So it is August, which means it is about 4 weeks out from my move. So here are the promised unhauls. As you guys can see behind me, my bookshelf has changed rather drastically. It is 4 weeks out, as I said, so I really am buckling down on getting rid of books, and I thought I would kind of share that with you because I think it's really interesting, the process I've been going through getting rid of books and what I've decided to keep and what I've decided not to keep, and like nothing is safe basically on my shelves, as you will see. So I'm going to be doing a couple of these this month just because I'm getting rid of a lot of books. And before anybody comments that like it's really tragic and it's really upsetting that I have to get rid of so many books, I'm okay with it. I'm moving like 600 kilometers away from where I'm currently living, so it is a big move. Also, my apartment is a lot smaller than where I'm currently living, and I just don't have the space for books, and that's okay. Like I'm okay with that. It doesn't really bother me to get rid of books. I've constantly been getting rid of books like the entire time I've been living where I've currently been living, and it's just, you know, it's a process. I don't want to be weighed down by my possessions, and I actually feel a lot better having gotten rid of so many books already. Also, if you hear scratching at the door, it is Josie, who I am not letting in because I tried to film this before and she knocked the camera, so she is not allowed in. So the first book I'm getting rid of is actually a gift, and I feel a bit bad because I never actually finished it. But Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I'm getting rid of this because I got about halfway through and it got super graphically violent, and it was giving me nightmares, so I stopped reading it, and I haven't picked it up for over a year. So it's on the it's gots to go pile because I don't think I'm ever gonna finish it because it's just too violent for me. Another one I'm getting rid of is The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. This one is unread. This has been sitting on my shelf for ages. I really like Donna Tartt. I enjoyed The Secret History. I enjoyed The Goldfinch. But it's been sitting there and I haven't gotten around to it. And to be honest, I'll probably just pick it up in Kindle or from the library when I actually want to read it. But I just don't feel like it's worth keeping to move to keep on a shelf that I'm not going to have space for when space is super limited. Another one I'm getting rid of is The Enchanted Wanderer and Other Stories by Les Cobb. I was supposed to buddy read this with Yamini. We both got through the first story and then got stuck on the second one and just kind of failed miserably at reading this. Neither one of us wanted to pick this up. We couldn't quite pinpoint what it was, but it wasn't really enjoyable. This has been sitting on my shelf for quite a while, and it's one of those things I tried, and life's too short to read books you're not going to enjoy, so it's going on the goodbye pile. I have some Oxford World Classics. Most of these are from like school, so I'm not going to need them. I have my copy of Apollonius of Rhodes, Jason and the Golden Fleece. I'm getting rid of I have 2 editions of this, and I'm probably going to get rid of the other one too. This is an epic poem. I've written papers on this, and it's one of those things that I don't need a copy of, you know? Like, I know the story, and it's really fascinating, but I'm not a classics major, so it's not something that needs to stay. Another one, Apollodorus's The Library of Greek Mythology. If you're getting into mythology, I definitely recommend this. This has most of the major myths, and it's really interesting. I had this for a course. I don't need it anymore, and I've read it, so it's going bye-bye. Same with Ovid's Fasti, which is basically a calendar of the Roman year. Really interesting, used it for my Roman religion course, and yeah, it's just, I don't need it anymore, so not gonna move it 600 kilometers. Another one I'm getting rid of is H. Rider Haggard's King Solomon's Mines. I read this for a fantasy course. Hate this book. Super racist, super misogynistic, really, really awful. Like, just H. Rider Haggard is not a nice person. I mean, the only interesting thing about this is the fact that it's the start of like the Quartermain series, which if you're a fan of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that ties in, but other than that, nope, bye. You don't deserve a spot on my shelf. Another one, actually the next like couple are from the same class, are Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. We read the Lilliput Adventures. I don't really feel a need to read anymore. It's a Menippean satire, and as much as I like satirical books and as much as I'm a historian, this isn't the time period that I absolutely love, so I'm not really interested in switching back and forth between the notes to fully understand the story. So yeah, it's going on the no pile. I'm also getting rid of Horace Walpole's The Castle of Otranto. This is like the first Gothic novel. It like invented the genre. Really weird. Deals with like a giant, an invisible giant. I don't know. This is just such a weird book. I've read it. I don't feel any inclination to read it again, so it's going. And then the next three, I'm not really going to go into detail about these, but it's kind of, it's indicative of an entire segment of my bookshelf that's going goodbye, and that is books on books. I really like books on books, and I had quite a collection, but I haven't been reading them lately. Like I had a period of time where I was really interested in books about books and like essays on books, and I'm keeping a couple, but for the most part I'm getting rid of some books, like The Book on the Bookshelf by Henry Petrosky, which deals with how books sit on a bookshelf and like the evolution from scrolls to codexes to like the way that we have them on the bookshelf now. I've read this, it's gonna go. I have had no inclination to read it again. Every Book Its Reader, The Power of Printed Word to Steward the World by Nicholas A. Basbins. Just another one of those ones. And Used in Rare by Lawrence and Nancy Goldstone. It's travels in the book world, and it kind of looks at like used in rare books, and it's really interesting. So yes, it is going. So that is the first unhaul. Sorry, Josie is being very determined to get into the room if you can hear her. And I will be back with more unhaulings because I've got to get my book collection down. It's gotta happen. And you know what? Worst case scenario, I have to buy more books when I move. It's okay. I can live with that. I'll see you guys later. Bye.